Peace and blessings, family. This is Ubria, and I am back with another reading. This might resonate with you or with someone in your energy. You will receive valuable insight either way. And if it doesn't apply, let it fly. So, this reading is about someone who feels like they're the most mature person in the room, or they're the oldest person in the room. There's someone here who's very independent, very self sufficient, and is perhaps dealing with the feelings that come with getting older. And I think one of those things that come with getting older is the unwillingness to put up with certain things anymore. So you could have gone from a space of wanting to accommodate people, giving a fuck what people need, what they think, how they feel about you, and things like that. And you're getting to the point where you just don't care about those things anymore. This could be hurting someone's feelings because someone is interpreting this as a loss of love. It's something about the way that the world works too. Like you don't understand how the world works. Or it's also something about these words work? I feel like there's something that someone has tried to say to you before and it usually works. And this time it's not working. This person is also not working. This person is very focused on you. You could be very beautiful. You have big titties, big hair. You could exist in a space that is very green, very peaceful, very serene. I feel like you are balanced, but you're also active. You're focused. But what you're focused on is, I also feel like you have the attention, you command attention of a lot of people. You turn heads. I feel like people like you, animals like you. And there's something very, very alluring about your eyes and your lips. I feel like people kind of get lost in you. They just look at you and they just, you know, they get woozy or something. This irritates somebody though. Somebody is so irritated by this. They feel like you have grown so much and they have not grown at all. Or you have acquired so much and they haven't acquired anything. And it's something about you don't even, there's something it's like you don't even pay attention to the money. It's like you don't think about money, or you're not focused on money, or you're like beyond money. But what I wanted to say was your ability to whatever it is that you do for work or do for money or how you exist, the way that you, because this has not always been the case for you. So the way that you exited one portal and entered another portal was by like losing love. You really just kind of got cold hearted. Maybe this is how this person is seeing you, but you definitely started operating out of logic instead of emotion. Because I feel like, I forgot what I was saying because people started fighting. This couple was fighting down the street, but yeah, it's something about fighting. Actually, that's funny, because it is something about fighting and arguing and how you used to fight for something, but you don't do that anymore. And it's like the way you stop fighting is by that you just stop giving a fuck. But there's a certain, okay, so this could be a double-edged sword. So this is a side note, because there is a certain passion or fight that you had for this relationship possibly, and I feel like because this relationship became your world and you stopped fighting for it, you stopped fighting for your world. And that's okay, because you didn't want that world anymore. And then you kind of went through a portal and now you're in a new world, in a different world. And you don't have to fight for your relationship in the same way anymore. But there is a certain fight for life that I feel like, because you've trained yourself not to fight for your world, if that makes any sense, to get out of something. But now you're in something new and you have to retrain yourself to fight for your world. So there's like a certain energy that you still need to have in order to enjoy the life that you're currently in. So say if this is a just to give an example, say if you had an old relationship and maybe that person used to, always, cheat you, beat you, everything like that. And so you started gray rocking them and, ignoring them. And eventually you got out of the relationship and now you're in a new relationship. And this person is very nice. Like it's a nice, normal relationship, but they could get and again, this is just an example. This is just a metaphor. It could apply to anything, business, friendship, whatever. parenting, I don't know, your career, I don't know, whatever. But let's say you're in this nice new relationship and this person can feel like you're a little bit too nonchalant, or you don't, people could question like if you really want something. Do you really want this? Do you really desire this? Yeah, because you could feel just kind of tired of something. You could feel over it, exhausted. So there is energy here about like knowing what to fight for and not letting, and also the instruction here is to try to see situations for what they are and for not for what they used to be. And you could be in a situation and feel triggered about what's going on because of a previous situation. So I think this is just asking you to try to like not apply those old energies to these new situations. What Jesus say, or somebody in the Bible said, don't put new wine into old wine skins. It's like that. But once you get the new wine skins, you don't put old wine in them either. You don't put old wine in new wine skins either. You put new wine in new wine skins. So the wine is your emotion, is your energy, is your chi. It's just how you feel about things, how you're going to decide to approach things in your life. And I feel like this reading is like trying to call forth some fire from you, some passion from you, you know? Because I feel like there's something here like where people, there's like a lot of good that you could do in the world. I feel like people love you. More people could love you. But there's a way where you need to like let your hair down, like let your energy flow and relax and release and like try to get these worries out of the back of your mind. This could also be making love too. This could be like certain things in the bedroom maybe that you don't want to do or that you haven't felt safe doing with previous partners. But I think this is saying like, I don't know, somebody feels like if you love me, why won't you show me? I'm not here to tell you whether or not this is a safe space. I don't know your life, but I am saying that like something that you're in is not like something else that you were in. So you have to, I'm not saying be vulnerable, but there is like an energy that you have to bring. You have to bring up something from yourself. There's also something to hear about something or someone that you could not deal with or could not engage with previously because of maybe the relationship that you were in. Say if this is about a relationship, right? You could have just been with somebody who just cheated on you all the time, who just straight up told you like, no, I'm not going to be faithful to you. No, I'm not going to be with you. And you could feel like really dumb that you stayed with that. Not no, I'm not going to be with you, but like, no, I'm not going to be with only you. I'm always going to have other women, or that's something that you just need to accept. And you could have stayed with this person for a long time. And now maybe you feel silly about that. Like, maybe I gave up my best years, or I don't have anything else to offer. And so it's like you could be missing the love that is like right there in front of you. Cause I feel like there is something that people want to offer you, but you are like blind to it in some sort of way, or you feel like everything is just the same as everything else. Also, I feel like I keep getting sidetracked because there's something I want to say, and every time I'm trying to say it, my brain takes me somewhere else. So I'm gonna try to focus real hard and get this message out. Say if you did deal with somebody who cheated on you all the time, I feel like there was someone that you wanted to cheat with, but this person could have been the same sex as you, or they could have been in another relationship. There's something that's taboo about this thing that you wanted to do that you couldn't allow yourself to do. And you could now feel like, am I too old to do that? And I feel like you're not. I feel like this reading is saying that you're not. Like if there is something or someone that you wanted to deal with and you forced yourself not to deal with that thing because you felt like you had to be loyal to a situation that was not being loyal to you. This reading is saying, hey, do you want to circle back and kind of check in with yourself and recognize that you are free to do this thing now? It's kind of like that thing where they say, like, if you cage an animal, if you beat it and you make it stay in the cage, then when you remove the cage, the animal will still stay in that little bitty square of space. They don't realize that they're free and that they can go beyond the limitations that used to be imposed on them. And this is something that this reading is asking you to recognize. Like, do you recognize that you're the oldest person in the room now, that you're the boss now, that you can do whatever you want, that it's your life. It's your beautiful, precious one life. And you can you can be down on yourself for like what has gone down before that you maybe feel like wasted your time or aged you out or in some sort of way. But there's also some like really beautiful shit that's like happening or could be happening right here in front of your face that I feel like you're missing. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. Peace.